Hello, welcome back to Trade Empires with me, Aspiring Merchant Prince by Jingo. Well, a little bit more than aspiring now. Well, I say that. So far we've done pretty much the baby missions, the tutorial missions. But I'm happy with being a big fish in a small pond. And continuing on that trend, we'll go to the next easy mission, which is the Mycenaean Age. Off to ancient Greece towards we go. One family, 1600 to 1390 BC. There's not a great deal to say about this, but never mind. A point of interest that came to mind the other day is that 3 out of 4 of the first missions have a corresponding Impressions Games city builder attached to them. So you got Ancient China and Emperor Rise of the Middle Kingdom, you've got Trade on the Nile and Pharaoh, and now at Mycenaean Age and Zeus, Master of Olympus. There is also Roman Empire and Caesar 3, but it's very difficult with 4 families and a lot of provinces. We're not going to be touching that for quite a while. Not touching that with a barge pole. So we'll go to Mycenaean Age 1. I've got a choice of 3. We've got the Mycenaean family, the Athens family, and the Knossos family. And in order to decide which of the 3, I haven't got a 3-sided coin or a 3-sided dice. In fact, I've now got a 6-sided dice. What I will do is use the random number generator on Google. It says it's min 1, max 3, and whatever number comes up is what we'll play. We've got Athens 1, Mycenae 2, and Knossos 3, and the result is... Hold on a second, it doesn't seem to be working. It's 1! We're off to Athens. I pressed the button that wasn't doing anything, and I didn't know whether it was because it was re-rolling the exact same number or it just wasn't registering. I think it was because it wasn't registering, but we're going to Athens anyway. And we're going to play in cyan because that's the colour the Greeks are in Civilization 4. They are green in Civilization 3, orange in Civilization 2, and pink in Civilization 1. What colour they are in Civilization 5 and 6, I don't know. I don't go that far into the present day. Well, I do. I have played Civilization 5, but I haven't touched Civilization 6. It keeps on being on offer, on sale, and I'm just like, no. I'm alright, thanks. Anyway, off to Athens we go. And that's it. That's Athens. It's good, isn't it? So what else have we got? This is Attica. Down below we've got the Peloponnese. This is where we'd start for Mycenaean family, somewhere over there. Over there is Tiryns, made famous, on this channel anyway, with my last campaign in Zeus, Master of Olympus. Down here we've got Sparta. And over down here we've got Crete, which is where we could have also started, which is long and thin, and there's nothing there really but minotaurs. Actually, that looks fairly prosperous. I imagine that's Knossos. Crete, as far as I know, it has this unusual thing where you can go out of the region to take you back into the region, which is a bit odd. We've also got Cyclades, which look horrendous. They're just islands, and there's nothing hospitable about any of them. Sure, there's some olives on that one, some wine there, but I mean, you wouldn't want to live there. Well, I guess people do. It's this bit here. And finally we've got Ionia, or Turkey, I guess you could call it. But let's not. This looks prosperous. I don't know the names of the cities down here. I never build cities in Ionia. This is pretty much resource extraction. It's great stuff. Trouble is, it's a bit far away unless you live in Crete. You've got to go through the Cyclades to either Peloponnesia or Attica. That music's terrible. Ugh. Well, that's another minus point for the Cyclades. But the plus point for Ionia is I believe it has the best region music of the episode. In the last episode, I think it might have been Lower Egypt that has the best region music. If you were wondering, doubt you were. So what we've got so far, the population demands olives and grapes, and that's it so far. Which means that this place here looks fairly viable. Something like that. Forget the shipyard, we'll do that separately later. That's Attica! No, that's Attica. No, I'm Spartacus. There's not really any excess grapes to be had there. That's fine, that's going to be largely self-sufficient. I wouldn't mind building a city here, because I know that's going to be Athens. And I want to found Athens, but I also can't find a way to supply it with grapes. Thebes, incidentally, Greek Thebes, not Egyptian Thebes, is over here. This rather unpromising collection of resource sites. So the plan of action for the time being is to do very little. So there's not a great deal you can do. Oof, it's just too far away. Yeah, because people are just happy with grapes and olives, and if you build the city in the right place, there's no trading to be done. So for the first generation of the game, you just sort of wait a bit. I guess you could plan a nice copper route going, because temples take copper. Copper earns temples and palaces. Palaces not so much. Temples are all about it. Temples will take 3 stacks of coins worth of copper earns. Palaces, not so much. That looks like 2 halves. Nope, it's just 2. Now that looks like a good place. Where's that? Oh, not a coppersmith. That's Gla. What? So you just do your own thing. Yeah, pretty much. I'm just going to wait. I'm a little bit disappointed that there's not a vineyard anywhere near here. Because I really want to found Athens. Because like Greece without Athens feels a bit empty. Oh well, there's no Sparta either, so I guess that's something balances itself out. Yeah, these people are happy as Larry. They'll take some grapes, they'll take some olives, and yeah, they'll just do their thing. Don't worry, the game does get a bit more interesting a bit later on, but let's not overdo it. Well, I thought I heard the sound for more dwellings then. False alarm, there's still only 2. There we go. It's one of the happiest noises in gaming history, just that quick. Starting that you're doing a good job, usually. And then if you're doing a bad job, oh, that's what it is. Glar has also got some. Now I am thinking, what's it like in Peloponnesia? There's a 3rd temple there, and a 4th temple there. So we could set up a copper urns route. Oh, here we go. That's something to distract me before I set off on a expensive adventure. A new commodity, wool cloth, is demanded by the following structures: dwellings, somewhere else, and a shipyard, barracks. I think that is. I don't know. I've got a recording timer up here, so I can't see what's going on beyond the treasury count. But that's okay. All I need to know is the treasury. Watch the money. So there's no reason not to pretty much build a weaver here. I don't even want to know where the nearest weaver actually is. Oh, it's there. Still, for the price of 500 extra ducats, because I'd buy that out. I guess that's worth it. What I could do is set up a route to bring grapes in from over here. I mean, this isn't a bad spot. There. Because then this place produces ingots, which might be useful somewhere. And finally get to found Athens. But Athens doesn't have access to the sea, which could be a problem. Could be a problem given that that was, you know, that was its thing. I don't think it has access to the sea. Oh no, we're all right. False alarm, everyone. So what I'm thinking is, a small trading post by this vineyard. It's Eastern Marathon. Well, where's regular marathon then? Possibly. Oh, that looks productive. Perhaps I should have gone there. Ooh. Oh, it's got all sorts. It's got all that. It's got that wool cloth, and it's got its own weaver, and it's got delightful. Still, I made my bed. I'm going to lie in it. So I have a seaport here, and we'll finally get a route going. So Attica. We'll call this. Attica Athens, for want of a better name. More fittingly, it's probably Athens Supply. So Attica, leave Attica on a mule with 2 wool cloth, go to Athens. Actually, start in... I'm trying to think, actually. I'm worried that if they pick up linen cloth there, then go straight to Athens and try to sell them there, there's going to be no people there to buy it, so it'll just be stuck there for all eternity. What you could do is remove those stops. Start Eastern Marathon, leave there on the galley with 5 grapes, go to Athens, drop those off, then go to Attica, leave on a mule, go to Athens, move that stop, Attica doesn't want anything. It's perfectly self-sufficient, so we'll just let it do its thing. Depart Athens on the mule. Go to Attica. Pick up, I don't know, 3 wool cloth. Make it 2 wool cloth for the time being. Then go back to Athens, but leave Athens on a galley. And we'll have Odysseus on that route because why not? All these heroic figures who are being forced to do basically, you know, it's going to be a grape merchant. Poor old Odysseus. Who else is there? Agamemnon. Patroclus. Not a hero in and of himself, but as I recall, he's Achilles' friend. Achilles' very good friend. And he's the one that goes into Achilles' tent while Achilles is sulking. He refuses to fight the Trojans because Agamemnon, I think, steals his girl. Something like that. And he says that... And Patroclus comes in and says, look, the Trojans are thrashing us. Can you come and help us? And he says, no, I'm not going to help you. What I can do is I can give you my armour. So Patroclus goes into battle with Achilles' armour. Everyone thinks Achilles has joined the fight. The Trojans all flee. Piece of advice that Achilles said, don't go on and fight Hector because you will lose. Patroclus just goes ahead and does that. And he loses and he gets killed. And then Achilles gets mad. I believe the subtitle for the Iliad, that's the word I was looking for, is the Wrath of Achilles. He's a very angry man. Lots to be angry about, I guess. But I don't know why we're talking about Patroclus, because it's Odysseus that's costing me 930 ducats, coins, which I doubt I'm going to get back in the near future. I guess I could go to here. I have trouble seeing viable sites for settlements. Here's not a bad place. Tanagra. Good stuff. I might improve on that route. So he goes to there, goes to Athens, goes to Attica. Starts with 3. Takes... Goes to Tanagra. Comes back with 2. Goes to Athens, leaves on a galley. People of Athens, they're just not interested yet. They will be though. My god, they better be. Else there'll be trouble. Attica's thriving though, look at that. There's a bit of a shortage of olives, but I don't know why not. I don't know why. They're next to an olive grove. That's out of my hands. Don't come to me. Talk to this chap. Who am I, Odysseus? No, and the great Odysseus is not stuck on the island of Calypso, or anything like that. He's actually he's not a traveller at all. He's just stuck in Athens trying to flog grapes. It's the Odyssey, the revised version. It's not a 30-year voyage or a 20-year voyage to get back home. He just sells grapes, occasionally some linen cloth when he comes his way. There is very little to do in the early game here. I didn't realise it was quite so dull. But trust me, it gets a bit more interesting as time goes on. There is demand for wool cloth. Ah. Go to Tanagra, then go to Glar. I swear that's not a real name. Go to Glar, leave with 1, then go to Athens and leave on a galley. I'm trying very hard to get Athens to establish, but they're just not interested. They've got no sense of self-preservation. And now they want wool cloth, but now I say to them, you know, if you want wool cloth, you've got to buy the grapes first. Perhaps 5 was a bit much. So I'm still waiting to make some money as well. Oh dear. I guess we'll wait. I'll look where all the shipyards are. They'll be important. There's 2. There's one at Attica and one at wherever this place is. I think it's Marathon. I have a choice. Do I want access to the wool or do I want access to the sea? Tough call. Probably access to the sea is fundamentally more useful. Looking at it, it might have been better to have a grapes, olives route that goes from wherever this is to Athens, rather than going specifically to Eastern Marathon. Well, hey ho, you live and learn. Oh, come on, will you just buy the grapes? I mean, if I wanted to hurry it along, yes, I could dump the models. I could dump them, but I paid good money for them. Well, I paid money anyway. How much did they cost me? Between 66 and probably 80 at the time that he arrived. Gotta claw back what I can. These people are... Ooh! New commodities. Wood is demanded by the following structures. Shipyard. New commodity furniture. Furniture is demanded by the dwelling and the palace. See what I mean? So things are starting to get a bit interesting. 20 minutes in. I appreciate your patience. It's not my fault. I didn't make this. I didn't make this game. Now there's nowhere where there's. Ooh, obsidian's coming as well, which means tools. Obsidian tools isn't too far away. Now I can't see anywhere where there's two lumber camps together. I keep mixing up timber and lumber. I don't know if there's a difference between the two. I think there is, but I'm not sure. What about if I go to the Peloponnese? See, that's what I'm looking for. The problem is it's in Sparta. But I could set up a camp there with a lumber mill, and somebody could load up on a ship and just go to Attica. Basically drop them all off at Athens or something like that. Ooh, new obsidian tools are now demanded by the following structures. Somewhere in the stable. Shipyard. Now that's not too bad. That's quite lucrative, that is, because they take a lot. They take a lot of obsidian, a lot of wood. What about the Cyclades? See, this is where the obsidian is. This is a good place for a tool maker. And then you just set up a lumber count, a market here and a market here. I'd have one chap that just goes back and forth, builds up 5 tools, and then go to basically all of the shipyards. There's one there. There's one down. I'm not going all the way down there. Forget that. And there's a shipyard there, but they're on the wrong side of Crete. Why would you have a shipyard going down there facing Egypt? Should be up there facing us. What about Ionia? Not bad. Right, plan of action. We'll have a market here. Colophon. It's a funny sort of name. The seaport, we'll then go to the Cyclades. That terrible music. It's just not nice. I just, you know. Who's listening to that and thinking, oh, that's alright. There's Milos. I don't think I've ever played Milos in Zeus, Master of Olympus. But I think I've conquered it, so that's alright then. We'll then have a trading post here at Northern Polyagios. Northern Polyagios. And one over here. May as well get the olives in as well for good measure. That's Eastern Andros. More seaports. More expense. And presumably... there's a shipyard there, but I'm not going to get carried away. So I've got shipyards, 2 shipyards there. There's nowhere else with two shipyards next to each other, is there? No, the game's been rather mean to me. So if I produce 5 tools, because that's how many that a merchant galley, a regular galley can hold. 2 there, 1 here, 1 there, and I don't know. One there. And I'd probably have 2 people doing the route. Because I think there's demand for it. So if we go to Ionia now, after all that faffing, there's already a demand for 2 tools. Yeah, I'll do that. I think I can afford the merchants. I think I can afford the shipyards. Not the shipyards, the river ports, but you know what I meant. I want to have this as far away from Attica as possible. Oh, Piraeus. It's nothing but a shipyard. Nice place. I may as well have Eastern Aulis. Now, you're not telling me that that's not supposed to be a city. Aulis, that's surely it. Or maybe it should have been there? I don't see it. So we'll set up a tools route. I can't believe this is only route number 2. God, I hope I've got enough for a merchant. Oh no, I think I may have spent it all. So go to Cyclades. Phew, I've got enough for a merchant. I'm pausing the game before any more money disappears. So this is tools. So we'll go to Eastern Andros. On the galley, go to... Oh, I've just thought. I need another 1,000 for a toolmaker. Oh no, this is going to take a while. Still, here's the plan. You go to Milos, go to Northern Polyagios. I'm getting better. Well, I'm getting better at pronunciations. I think I'm very much getting worse at the actual game. Then go back to Milos. Come back with 5 obsidian tools. I mean, you can't at the moment. Let's pretend you can. Then go to Ionia. Go to Colophon. Dump 3. Go to... Piraeus. Dump 1. And then go to Eastern Aulis, where you finish the job. Right. That's all well and good. I'm missing 2 things though. I'm missing a merchant to do it, and I'm missing 1,000 to build a toolmaker. I think it's 1,000. Phew, I thought for a second it was like 1,200. There we go, we'll make the money back in no time. I mean, we'll make the money in no time, so we can then make the money back in no time. What's the price of grapes like? Oh, Odysseus will be fine. That's not bad, actually. Quick, go to the Cyclades before it disappears. I think that's how you pronounce it, but you'll have to... I was going to say you'll have to correct me in the comments if not. but I don't know how you correct the pronunciation unless you're au fait with the phonetic alphabet. In which case, good for you, but I'm not particularly, so it'd be very much a one-way transaction. In fact, there's even money left in the kitty for a merchant to do the route. Agamemnon. There's no money left in the kitty to do the route. Especially since he's got to buy 3. Having said that, I'm buying it from myself, so... How are you struggling? You've got 2 sheep farms. How has this happened? Oh yeah, that toolmaker's losing me money. Well, he would be losing me money if he had access to wood, but he doesn't, so he's not. So what I'm waiting for at the moment is 150 coins. And although it's only a very small figure, I feel like it's a long way away. They sell them somewhere, but I doubt the price in Tanagra or Glar is making it worthwhile. Actually, it's not bad in Glar. Right, that 150 coins seems a very long way away at the moment. But it's okay, I'm playing the long game. It's a very long game. It'll probably take me through to modern Greece at this rate. There we go. Now you'll leave Glar, you'll sell them for 390, and that'll give me enough for a merchant. We'll probably also want... Is it Hector that has famine relief? He might not do a bad job on that route, because he is selling grapes to... Having said that, I want Hector on a specific route to basically take grapes from here and olives there. So we'll have a new route. So we've got 3 routes and only 2 merchants. But bear with me. This is Aulis, Athens, Food. Or Foof. Or Foodif. So go to Eastern Aulis on a galley, pick up all the grapes you can. Go to Athens, pick up all the olives that you can. Simple enough. And then when we get some money... that was our opportunity to get some money. Funny, I thought we'd be in the black then, but we're not. Come on, Odysseus. I know I've not built you any roads or caravanserais or anything, but I still want you to hurry up. And the money's going down, I'm not entirely sure why. It's going down and it's not coming back up again. Oh no, ceramics has ended the game. It's alright, don't worry people, I'll get it sorted, just as soon as I have some money. Oh, that's alright, he's going to sell those for about 500. That'll be enough to get me out of debt. And into the black. Right, new merchant. Agamemnon. Off you go and do tools. Have fun. New merchant. Hector. Here Hector lies mangled by the bronze spear. In his death, all things appear fair. That's what Leonard Nimoy says when you research bronze working in Civilization 4. I don't know why I keep on referencing Civilization series. It's not like it's a particular bugbear of mine. It's just not bugbear, but like an obsession. I haven't played Civilization in ages, but it was one of the first games I seem to remember playing on the old Commodore Amiga back in the day. 4 floppy disks, and you had to keep on changing them over whenever you met somebody because the music was stored on a separate disk. It was a good reason not to talk to foreign diplomats, just to save on the faff of just changing the floppy disks around. And maybe that's why I'm a bit of a recluse today. Who knows? So the good news is, oh, I want to purchase that. Ceramics more or less takes care of itself. Having said that, that potter is probably going to want more clay than that one clay mine can produce. Where's the clay? It's kind of all over the place. So I'd be inclined to have another settlement up here. I'm thinking expansively again with all the money that I don't have. Oh, and there's a potter down there as well. Not enough money, but also that clay pit's in the way. Could we not just move it slightly? So I want to try and get the palace in, but I'm not too fussed if I don't get the palace in, but I also want to get the potter in. Oh, there's some wood there as well. I'm not supplying furniture, am I? I thought about it, but then didn't think very hard. Because all the timber camps are too far away. That's not a bad place, but it's everything's just a bit too far away. I want to have the olives in. I'd also want to have the timber camp in, and the clay mine, and the potter, and the temple. But I can't have it. You just can't have it all. It's a shame. Furniture is a good price. Wait, is there any lumber camps that are next to the ocean? Yes, but the wrong side of the ocean. So I could set up a furniture camp there, but it'd have to go all the way around. I mean, sure, I could go down there. Where's the fun in that? Oh, so where's the nearest furniture maker? There's two, and they are both in the wrong location. I say the good news is I'm full of ideas. The bad news is I haven't got the money to interact to do any of them. That's going to take a while. Still, that's pretty much a nice guaranteed income, so we'll just let them do their own thing. Early harness, I can't even think about 850 coins at this point. Bit of a shame, considering at the end of the last episode I had like 60,000 coins. I'd sniff at that kind of cost. Right, Hector's trying to sell grapes to a bunch of Athenians that aren't particularly interested. But he is making quite a bit of money from it. Or would be once he'd finished paying off his galley. mean, that's not a bad setup there. Well, the trouble is, in order to get to Crete, you have to go through... Oh, you can go to the Peloponnese directly from Crete, but you can't get to Attica. That's interesting. And it just seems a little bit too far to drag furniture from. Having said that, the price of furniture is like 200, and that would look very nice in my coffers. I don't know why I've gone to the Cycler days. Oh, victory conditions are far from my mind at the moment. But it might be better just have a few markets here. These now are sorts to grow pretty big. There's plenty of ceramics there. In fact, Hector, I know it's supposed to be a food brute, but you can probably take a bit of take some ceramics back with you as well. And then I don't know what else to take. Need to somehow get linen wool cloth up there, but or just wool. I need to get wool to Attica. This chap's making a tidy profit, but it's not tidy enough. There's 7 sheep farms. They're all over the place. And the thing is, it's so bulky as well. So you need 3 wool to make a single cloth. So it should fill up most of a ship to just supply 1 linen cloth. See, this is a nice steady route. It's just making me some money. Now I can start thinking about furniture. Odysseus, good stuff. Here's some price gouging. I imagine you're selling stuff with some demand. Wait, not the grapes, sure, but I'm sure you're selling other stuff with demand. When I get a bit more money, I'm going to just bite the bullet, and I'm going to... Is that part of the... I think it is. So that should be a good furniture supply. It's not ideal because I want it to be next to 2 lumber camps, but at this point I don't think... I'm a little bit desperate. Well, not as desperate as these people are, apparently. Whoosh. So, just got to make sure... Yep. Yeah, I'm buying you out. Huh, see, there's Thebes. I thought Thebes was a bit more up that way, but there we go. New furniture. At some point I'll invest in roads, but they're quite they're quite an investment. And at the moment I seem to do fairly well. So I'll take 3, drop them all off at Glar, then go back to Thebes. Take 3... Well, I don't know. Go to Tanagra, then go back to Thebes, take 3, go to Attica, Then go back to Thebes. Woo. Take 3. And then Athens. Now, does anybody know how to price gouge? No, but Patroclus does know animal husbandry, which is probably going to be quite useful, given that I've not built any roads anywhere. Patroclus the furniture salesman. And I want you always on. At no point do I want you to stop making furniture. What we'll probably do later on is perhaps set up... I don't know. I could update it so that before he goes to every city, he goes to a lumber camp and fills up the dray with like 4 timber, goes to Thebes, leaves with 4 wood, goes to 4 timber, goes to Glar, that kind of thing. But what's going to hold this back is the fact that that lumber mill or timber camp is only going to supply so much. Right, what's Hector doing? He's trying to buy grapes. Come on, people. There's plenty of grapes to go around. Give him some. Has Agamemnon made me some money yet? Yes, he has. He's actually turning a profit. I'd be inclined, actually, because I've got a feeling that Piraeus is going to want more than 1 tool. It wants 4. So, may as well... Where's Patroclus the furniture salesman? I might have Orestes, who I recognise the name of, but can't think what he does with himself in Greek mythology. You also do furniture, and then we'll see if there's anybody that knows how to price gouge, such as Paris. Go the tools route. Because I don't know what the demand is in Colophon. But those people want tools, and they want a lot of tools. I'd be inclined almost to get a 3rd person on the go. What else is going on in Eastern Andros? There's a lot of olives just sort of sitting there. You know what? I think I might do that. Helen can go off and do tools as well. I'm sure there's going to be a demand for 3 lots of tools. Also need to start thinking about ceramics. Hector is doing a good job. Great some marketeering for those foodstuffs. So I've got the money to stop worrying about that potter. That's just in the wrong place. So what I'm going to do... We'll have a market there. Yes. Northern Okmenos. I'm just going to build my own potter, because I feel with the same problem there. It requires so much clay to make a single ceramic that it's not really worth transporting. Not until I get some decent ships, anyway. So I have a potter here, and then I don't know what the demand for ceramics is like. Robust is a word. Northern Orchomenos. Got it right first time. Go to Glar. Sell 2 then go to Tanagra, then go back to northern, whatchamacallit, go to Attica, 2, and Athens can get 1. There we go, at the very least, have King Priam do it. King Priam of Troy, reduced to selling pottery. Oh, bronze hand mirrors. I think they're demanded by dwellings as well. That's what's coming up next. We've had the tin, we've had the bronze. Coming up next, it'll be bronze working. Right, what I'm thinking now, I probably ought to stop thinking, because when I think, it usually involves spending money. There's regular Orchomenus, and then we've got northern Thebes. What I'm going to do is have a wood route. Northern Thebes, leave with 3 wood, go to regular Thebes. Then go to Orchomenus, regular Orchomenus, pick up 3 more wood, and then go back to Thebes. It's a terrible route. It's but I think it's necessary. It's not worth. It is not worth the 780 coins that the merchant's going to cost me. You're almost making a profit, actually. It might be worth buying you out. So you can see that bronze swords are back in vogue. Purchased by good barracks. They're purchased by... sort of by the palaces are rubbish. They're kind of like... Meh, I might buy a few bronze hammers. I might buy some bronze swords. I might buy some copper heads. Just buy something. Nice work, Odysseus. Right, they don't like me much in Athens, but that's fine. I can deal with that. Clytemnestra or I'll go for Hecuba. On account of the fact that I know that Clytemnestra is the wife of Agamemnon, ended up killing him, as well he should. And of course, there's Jason of Argonauts fame. And I know quite a bit about Jason. I did a little thing on his voyage, his quest for the Golden Fleece, and how chaotic it was. Like everything that could go wrong kind of did go wrong. He like landed on an island and then just upset the natives, killed some few people, caused a diplomatic incident, then flee. And he did that 3 or 4 times, and when he ended up getting the fleece in the end, but ended up marrying into the royal family of Corinth. But he didn't die a happy man. Because he crossed Hera, he ended up his life was a bit miserable. Nothing much happened after he found the Golden Fleece, and ended up sleeping eventually in the husk of his rotting ship, the Argo, and the rotting mast fell on him and killed him, and he died a bitter and lonely man. So there. That's not all heroes die in heroics. Poor old Jason. Right, why have I suddenly got a lot less money than when I started with it? I mean, Hector's doing a grand job. I think I may have missed a trick here, trying to avoid this, trying to get cities that both supply olives and grapes. Perhaps I should just do what Hector's doing and just transport from one to the other, because he's making a lot of money from that. Ah, I've got money for that rather dreadful route. It's necessary, because we need to keep the furniture running. There's the Resties and there's Priam. He's already making a profit. Now I've got a solid income coming in, I will... Yeah, I will upgrade everything, put some roads in. Not least because for the first time in the campaign, the roads actually look quite nice. They're not just dirt tracks; they're actually paved, and that's as good a reason as any to look at that. Patroclus, the furniture salesman, is doing a grand job. Perhaps we can even market them. So let's get some pathways in. We'll go from there to here to there to here to there to here. Pyrenees doesn't need a road, so it's not getting one. To there. Look at that, it's like an interstate highway, just all the way across Attica. Oh, this is expensive. See, the road is not the expensive part, it's the caravanserais. It's 1,000 coins I spent on all that. Oh, we need to buy the technology as well. Right, this is going to take some. We'll take some thinking. So I think we shall. You can actually pick up 4 now, and rather than trying to decide how to divvy the spoils, we can just. Tanagra, I think, doesn't deserve 2 ceramics. Well, maybe it does actually. But Athens certainly does. Ditto furniture. Well, Glar will happily take 4. Thebes. Thebes, not so much. I'm looking at the wrong one. Tanagra. What's their view on furniture? I mean, they're all right, but let's not get carried away. Go back to Thebes for 4. And then again for 4, because I assume the people of Athens are quite into the furniture. Good. There's more technology I could buy if I can afford it, but I can't, so I won't. How are all those merchants that are all doing the tools route getting on? Well, Helen of Troy's on her way. There's face to launch 1,000 ships, but certainly a face to launch her own ship. What's it like in Ionia? They want those tools. They will pay good money. She's going to make 1,000 right off the bat. How is Paris getting on? Paris is going to get there first. In fact, it seems to be all the Trojans are doing the tool route. Hector is making me even more money with just this food. Let's pretend it's a weapon. Oh, I'm going to buy bronze working, I guess. Nice. Animal husbandry, because I know your route is mainly land-based, if not entirely land-based. I've forgotten in all of this Poor old Eastern Owlis is wondering where everything is. Well, he's got his own ceramics, but he's wondering where all the furniture is. And the wool cloth as well. So what I'm going to do... It's probably worth having a trading post there. Oh, that's where Owlis actually is then. Wrong side of the river. Oh, who'd have thought? Eastern Euboea. It's the shortest roads I've ever built. I mean, why you need a caravanserai between those two, I don't know. And then we want a path that goes around Tanagra. I'm going to build through Tanagra because it might stump growth. I also want to buy the weaver there. So I have a new route, Tanagra's, no, Owlis Supply. It's going to start at Tanagra with the dray. Pick up 4 wool. Go to Owlis. Attica Athens. Oh, good old Odysseus. Bringing in the money. I should have got famine relief there, shouldn't I? So we'll go on the galley. Again with the 4 wool. Go to Eastern Owlis. That's the wrong one. Eastern Owlis, please. Drop them off. Leave on a dray. Go to an Eastern Euboea. Pick up 4. Go to Eastern Owlis, drop them, go to Eastern Euboea, pick up 4, go to Eastern Owlis, leave on a galley. Go to Owlis, leave on a horse. Actually, they wouldn't mind some wool cloth, so leave with 1 wool cloth. Go to Owlis with 1 wool cloth. Make a pit stop at Glar to sell that wool cloth. Then go to Northern Orkmenos on the dray to pick up some ceramics, though you do produce them yourself. You're actually not interested in ceramics, so forget that. Go to Thebes. Ooh, freedom from Crete. Well, yes. In Eastern Owlis, everything's kicking off. What luxuries? Well, if there was demand for luxuries at all, it's nice to know that they'd be augmented. Go to Thebes. Actually, hold that thought. Build a road up to Northern Thebes and a road over to thingy whatnot. I can't see where I built the... Oh. I was being cheap to the extreme there. Owlis Supply. So go to first Orkmenos. 4 wood. Huh? How do you figure? Military kickbacks. I can't see the path for the trees. So this, as I say. Owlet supply. Go to Glar. When you go to Glar, go to north, go to Orkmenos. Then go to Thebes. Then go to northern Thebes. Then go to Thebes. Well, yeah, pretend that furniture's there's a famine for food for furniture. Yeah, that works. Anyway, stop interrupting me. We'll go to Thebes, where you leave with 4 furniture. You will go to Owlet, leave on a galley with 4 furniture before heading to Eastern Owlet. Before going back to Owlet. Phew! Well, let's just recap, because I've taken so long I've forgotten how it started. So it goes to Tanagra, goes to Owlet, goes to Eastern Owlet, dumps them off, goes to Eastern Euboea, back to Eastern Owlet, over to Eastern Euboea, down to Eastern Owlet. Leaves Eastern Owlet to go to Owlet. Goes from Owlet to Glar. Goes from Glar to Orkmenos. To Thebes. To northern Thebes. To Thebes. To Owlet. To Eastern Owlet. Oh, from Eastern Owlet to Owlet to Tanagra. And yes, I will purchase that. Phew! I need somebody that can follow instructions. Jason! I've been a bit wasted on Jason, actually. Clytemnestra. Go on, then. So why did they take wide halls? Because now we can get merchant galleys, which carry 8 instead of 5 or 6. 5. So basically go to augment the tools route to sell more tools and hope I don't flood the tools market. I don't think I will do. No, they still want tools. And we've actually gone past the hour mark, and quite surprising. If you're still with me after the first 20 minutes, congratulations! We're actually making some money at the moment now, and there's actually plans for the future. So what's the plan? Well, it's time to start dabbling in luxuries a bit. We've got bronze mirrors need to be a thing. I don't know where I'm going to produce the bronze. Perhaps I could make it locally. What's it like in Attica? Plenty of tin near Eastern Marathon. Just out of reach, but that's no problem. Loads of tin, actually. It's copper that's the problem. What about encyclopedias? Anyway, that's getting into details. This is the broad overview. So we're going to invest in bronze mirrors. Then we're going to look at the copper routes. I'm going to start looking at luxuries, because there's probably money to be made there. Not in the cycle days. There's no money to be made at all in the cycle days. Nobody lives there. There's no palaces. There's nothing. I don't know why I'm even looking here. But certainly, Temple will take copper urns. There's some tools I could take to these shipyards here. There's still another 4 shipyards that don't have tools going to them. Plenty of tin there as well. Why is there so much tin and yet not enough copper? It's bizarre. What's Crete like? I mean, there's finally a place where copper and tin are located together, but there's not enough copper. Well, I don't know. And then I think later on in the game we get wine and olive oil, but that is for the next video. And so I will see you there and then. See you later.